Okay, so I've already primed my eyelids using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. And I'm going to prime my face with this post-shave balm that is originally for men, but as some of you may know, Nikki Tutorials used it as a face primer and then it like changed the whole prime game. When I was watching her video, I was like, hey, that looks familiar. Oh, it smells like men. And then I opened my bathroom cupboard and we had it, and I asked my brother if he was using it. So I've been using it as a primer. I don't use it very often because it has a really strong scent of like, you know, like man smell. And it is moisturizing because that's what it was created to be. But I stick to some other primers. So I'm going to do the eyes, and I'm going to take the Zoeva Smoky palette and I'm going to use a light medium tone brown to put all over my crease. I'm just going out for dinner with my friend Michelle. We are going to Gusto at the Sky City Grand. The best time to try higher end restaurants and get more bang for your buck is during restaurant month, which is in August. So I think this will be the last one I go to until next year. Then I'm grabbing the kind of cool tone grey in the same palette. I'm going to put that exactly where I put the brown, and I'm just going to deepen up the crease. Switching brushes, I'm going to take a fluffy kind of blending pencil brush and I'm going to take that dark green. I'm going to put it on the outer corner below the crease, but then when I have less product on my brush, I'm going to take it a little bit higher than the crease, just so you can see it when I open my eyes. I'm going to keep the middle of my eyelid blank for now, because that's where I'm going to put my main color later on after I do the outer shading. I'm going to do something I don't do very often, and that is to put a dark color on the inner kind of corners of my eye. So not where I would put a highlight, but a little bit further out where my crease kind of just ends. I'm only going to go about a third of the way in, still keeping the middle of the lid blank. The color that we're going in with today is this gold shimmery eyeshadow that is in the Sephora Ombre Obsession palette. I'm going to use a very flat, dense eyeshadow brush to pack that color in the middle of my eyelid. Going back in with that smaller pencil brush, I'm just going to blend the edges of the colors together. I'm not using any more product on this brush. I'm just going to blend the edges. So I'm just going to grab a really dense pencil brush, and I'm just going to go along the upper lash line so that when I open my eyes you can see more of that gold. And then I'm going to grab a really fluffy blending brush with no product on it, clean brush. I'm just going to blend out the edges of my eyeshadow just under the brow bone. This will ensure that I don't have any harsh lines where my eyeshadow ends. Then I'm going to highlight the inner corner with this shimmery kind of pink beige shade here. I'm going to put that color on the brow bone just underneath the arch towards the outer tail, also the inner corner. I'm going to use a foundation stick. This is the Clinique Chubby in the Nude foundation stick. It's actually a sample. When I made an order on Sephora, they gave me this for free. There's actually a lot in that little sample stick. I'm just going to buff it out using a dense kabuki brush. I do an area of my face at a time because I find that it's easier that way. One for the forehead and down the nose. To conceal my under eyes, I'm going to use this Bloom Cosmetics concealer palette. You can see the yellow shade has already gone, so I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to take that on my ring finger and cover up the dark designer bags. Oh, my skin feels so smooth. I don't know if it's the primer or if it was that foundation. I think it was that primer because I used the foundation the other day and I didn't feel that it was as smooth as today. I'm going to set the concealer under my eyes using this Ofra banana powder. I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush. My goodness, the skin on my face feels so smooth. It feels really supple. Then I'm going to set my whole face using the Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Pressed Powder. Going to focus it on my like smile lines because that's where I find that my foundation creases, and with Michelle I'm going to be doing a lot of laughing. I'm going to make sure that that is all not going to move. Let's contour. I'm using the Makeup Geek contour in the shade Infidelity. I'm going to take it up a bit higher today. I'm taking the blush from my Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette. It's a really subtle blush. It's not as pigmented as my Makeup Geek one, which I like because you can be a bit more heavy-handed with it and it's not going to be like red circles on your cheeks. Sometimes with the Makeup Geek one you really gotta tap it off and go in with a light hand, and even then sometimes I still have to go over with the translucent powder to just kind of wash the color out a bit. This one's all good. I'm gonna use my Laura Geller highlighter today. Boom. Let's not forget to contour the nose. I think I'm gonna make my eyeshadow a little bit darker, a little bit more obvious just on the upper crease here. So I'm gonna go back with the grey and the brown. I'm gonna mix them together and just go over where I put it, but go a little bit higher towards the brow bone. Just want something a little bit more obvious. I'm gonna put some brown eyeliner on my bottom lash line and then smoke it out using that cool grey eyeshadow and a pencil brush. Before I finish off with mascara and lips, I'm just going to set everything in place with my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Ooh. Today's mascara is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I think I'm gonna use Colourpop Lippie Stix Lumiere. Now let's curl the lashes for some definition and length. So this is my out to nice dinner makeup look. So I'm gonna get my handbag ready, put my shoes on, and get ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!